Hi everyone. If you're a coach yourself, or even if you've been considering hiring one, then you probably already know that there are gigantic benefits to having a coach in pretty much any arena of life. So to get started, welcome back everyone. I'm Alan, and on this channel, we learn everything about booking more discovery calls and clients. Now, even though I am a marketing and sales coach, you might be a nutrition or health or productivity or career or any other type of coach or consultant like that. Now, on one hand, I am a fan or somewhat believer of the quote that says that people hire coaches and consultants to tell them to do what they already know they should do. On the other hand, it actually works. Sticking with a common and most understandable example here, let's go ahead and stick with a personal trainer. Now, most people know if they want to lose weight or gain muscle, let's be honest here, exercise more, eat less. Now, everybody already knows the instructions to do this, but what really helps is having somebody to be accountable to give you guidance, direction, and so forth. So whether you're a coach trying to sell it, or you're somebody considering hiring a coach, here are 12 ways that having or hiring a coach can help you reach your goals. Now, the first big benefit of having a coach is flat out accountability. Now, this pretty much means having somebody to report to. So whether you're trying to lose weight, lose body mass, increase sales, increase leads, literally any goal at all in the entire world that you have, having somebody to report to, I know that might not be the best phrase here, can actually make a gigantic difference in your favor. I think it's Dan Kennedy who said that if you're your own boss, that means something good and something bad. The good thing is it means you're your own boss. The bad thing it means is that you have the laziest boss ever and the laziest employee ever also. So anyway, the point here is that having somebody you are accountable to can make a gigantic difference, whether that be for your weight goals or business goals or anything else. In many ways, this is actually a good enough reason all on its own to hire a coach or consultant. But just some of these secondary benefits of this are staying on track, keeping motivation, and stuff like that. The next benefit of having a coach is structure and direction. Now, this is probably a more common reason why people pay for coaching, but the point is that you actually want to have somebody guide you on your process towards whatever your goal may be. Now, whether that be weight loss or growing your business or anything like that, having a coach to give you some direction, as in, well, fill out these worksheets, find out these specific details, narrow down your customer, or choose your niche, clarify your offer, which are some of the things I offer in my 6-month More Calls, More Clients program. But the point is that even though you might already know what to do, it can be a huge benefit to have some structure, some direction, some clarification on your path. The next benefits to having a coach are motivation and support. Now, there is a little bit of difference or argument here on the difference between a coach, consultant, advisor, mentor, and a lot of these similar words like that, but we'll just go ahead and stick with coach here. Now, depending on the hands-onness of your coach or mentor, or how much you're even looking for, this can actually make a big difference. Now, there are always, whether you're LeBron James or Elon Musk or whoever, there will be days when you wake up and just don't feel like doing what you know you should be. And that's exactly where this extra motivation and support come into play. Now, I know a lot of people, myself in the past included, might say, oh, I don't need support. I don't need motivation. I am self-driven. Okay, I get that. However, you are human. No matter how much discipline you have, no matter how smart you are, no matter how much self-control you have, you are subject, or you are the victim of this vessel that you live inside of, which does benefit from support and motivation. The next benefit of having a coach can be pretty much giving you clarification or a different perspective. Now, to be fair, your coach might actually agree with you on most things, or they might might not. But the value here is in at least having a different perspective or a sounding board to express your ideas out loud with. So zooming in more on the clarification and identification, if your coach hears you mention that you have 5 different goals, let's say, your coach might say, well, it sounds like out of these 5 goals here, this one is your most important, or these 2 are your most important. Now, this actually may be even impossible for you to see from the inside. Now, the same idea can actually be applied to your goals, the steps you need to take, your priorities, or anything else like that. The point is that a third-party perspective can often help you clarify your goals, your ideas, pretty much everything else like that. The next benefit to having a coach is awareness. So this pretty much means that you probably have a decent idea about what your cost per acquisition is, your lead cost, your conversion rate, your click-through rate. If you're not familiar with any of these phrases, that's fine. The point is that you should at least know some of your most important metrics. And if not, that's where your coach comes in to give you some awareness of these things, is to help you at least be aware or know what your metrics are, what your false beliefs are, what your goals actually are, what your priorities actually are, because having that third-party perspective, I know that kind of goes back to the previous point, can actually help you at least gain awareness. Because I know all of us think, oh, I know what my goals are, I know what my priorities are, I know what my next steps are. But actually it is a little bit more complicated than we like to think it is, so it does help a ton to have some solid awareness of all these facts. The next benefit of having a coach is something that we've kind of already touched on, which is having a committed third party. Now, this kind of touches on the support topic that we mentioned earlier, but the point is that having a third party who is actually interested in your welfare, in your future, in your goals, can make a gigantic difference. Now, trust me, I know that especially in the entrepreneurship circles, that we all love to think, no, I have motivation, I have discipline, I will do these things I need to do. Yes, but we all live inside of these human bodies, which do benefit, whether we like it or not, from having these third-party opinions. Now, this might be for support, for motivation, for external perspective, for whatever, but one way or another, having somebody else who is not us, who cares about our welfare, can actually be very motivating and just pretty much helpful overall. The next benefit to having a coach is to access their knowledge and experience. Now, I know this is maybe too low on the list. A lot of people might have this higher, but this actually does make sense, of course. If you're going to hire someone to teach you how to lose weight or to quilt a quilt, is that a verb? Or to grow your business or whatever, then of course it is extremely beneficial to benefit from their knowledge and experience. Now, to be fair, somebody doesn't have to be a quilting or running expert to teach you how to quilt or run faster, but you get the point here that all of us are limited. Now, this goes back to one of my favorite quotes. I don't remember who said it or exactly how it goes, but the point is that you are smart, but you are not as smart as everyone combined. So the point is that no matter what your goal is, there are people who came before you who learned those lessons, who took those bruises, who learned lessons for you so that you don't have to learn the hard way. Now, I definitely don't mean to underplay the value of this, because no matter what your goal is, like I said, whether it's to train your dog, to lose weight, to grow your business or whatever, that skill might take you, let's just say, 4 years to learn. Or you could pay someone to shorten that time window down into 4 months, let's say, which, given your time is your number one resource, would be exponentially or infinitely worth it. The next benefit to having a coach is to flat out take a load off. Now, this is a little bit more of a simplistic answer, but it's also extremely important, because the point is that if you're worried about your content, you're saying, oh, I know I need to produce more content. Oh, I need to generate more leads. Oh, I know I need to get better at follow-up. I need to generate my sales funnel. I need to, whatever it might be. The point is that if you hire or have a coach who is specifically focused on that thing, then that takes that entire mental load off of your brain. Now, definitely don't underestimate this. For example, me right now, I'm thinking, wow, I need to get my Instagram going. I would like to get TikTok going. I'd like to grow my YouTube channel, blah, 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 blah. The point is that these are worries weighing down on my brain. But if I hire a YouTube or Instagram or TikTok coach or something like that, all of these mental barriers or weights would be relieved, which leaves my mind to focus on much more important tasks. The next benefit to having a coach is to give you flat out confidence and self-trust. Now, when all of us are starting on pretty much any journey, I know I'm sticking with these two main examples here. Let's just say losing weight or growing your business. That if any of us are starting on this journey, it's extremely easy and maybe even logical to underestimate ourselves. We think, oh, I don't know anything about building my list, or about building products, or about dieting, or about food, or about calorie counting, or whatever it might be. But simply knowing that we have this support system, this background, or this wall to bounce our ideas against, gives us way more just confidence and self-assurance. Now, this might seem like a minor deal, but having actual confidence in your decision can actually be an extremely, man, I can't even express how important this might be. The point is that having confidence in your decisions can be extremely helpful as well. The next benefit to having a coach or consultant is flat out performance and results. Now, this is probably the main benefit that most people are thinking of, that if I want to lose weight, then having a coach better actually make me lose weight or generate more leads or whatever that might be. So this is the simplest and most straightforward benefit of having a coach here. So we won't spend too much time on it. But the point here is that having a coach to guide you, to instruct you, and so forth will, in most cases, I would say in all cases, actually benefit your results and performance. The next benefit to having a coach is kind of a side benefit which may not apply to everyone, which is access to their network. Now, this is getting a little bit different here, but just one way you could benefit this is that if you become a great testimonial for your coach, then they probably will market you to their entire audience. And that's just one simple example here. Now, on top of that, depending on how personal your relationship or connection is to your coach, then they might actually give you personal connections. Like, oh, I know somebody who does Facebook ads, or who is an influencer on Instagram, or whatever it might be. So anyway, the point is that actually having another person's network connected to yours, especially if they're better networked, let's say, can be a huge advantage to you and your business. Now, I know we've talked about a lot of advantages to having a coach so far, but the next one might be my favorite and the most important benefit, which is this: go faster. Now, I am a huge fan or a huge proponent of believing the fact that time is your most important resource for a billion reasons that we won't get into here. But the point is that having a coach or consultant guide you will probably, well, should save you time. Now, this benefit alone is enough reason for you to at least consider investing in a coach or consultant or somebody like that to help you along your way. And the absolute number one benefit to having a coach is to hit the like button and subscribe below. If you learned something interesting today, it does help a lot. For more help booking high-ticket calls and clients, then definitely download my free guide below to find the biggest opportunities in your business to book more calls and clients. Well, that wraps us up for today. Thanks everyone for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one.